Have you ever noticed a little bump or growth on your skin and wondered, what in the world is that? If it's rough and raised, it could be a wart. While warts might seem a little weird, they're actually pretty common, and most of the time they're harmless. So before you start worrying, let's take a fun, deeper dive into the mystery of warts. You'll be surprised to find out what causes them and how you can get rid of them, or even better, avoid them altogether. First off, let's talk about what a wart actually is. A wart is a small, usually hard bump on your skin. Warts are caused by something called the human papillomavirus, or HPV, a family of viruses that can affect your skin. There are more than 100 different types of HPV, and each one can cause a different type of wart. The good news? Warts are usually harmless and often go away on their own, but sometimes you might need some help to get rid of them. Now let's explore what causes warts, how they spread, and how you can stop them from showing up. Warts spread in a pretty sneaky way. They are contagious, meaning they can be passed from person to person. But don't panic. Warts usually spread when skin touches skin, especially if one person has a wart and the other person's skin is open or damaged in some way. For example, if you touch someone else's wart or even share towels or shoes with them, there's a chance you could catch it. So it's a good idea to keep your personal items to yourself to avoid catching warts. Here's the thing. If your skin is wet or if you have cuts or scrapes, you're more likely to pick up the virus. This is why warts are so common in places like locker rooms, swimming pools, and showers where there's often a lot of moisture. Wet skin can make it easier for the virus to sneak in. So let's say you're at a pool and someone with a wart walks barefoot near you. If their wart touches the floor and your foot steps on that same spot, you might end up with a wart. But don't worry, it's not a guarantee that you'll get one. It all depends on whether the virus finds a way into your skin. Once the HPV virus gets into your skin, it doesn't just show up right away. In fact, it can take weeks or even months for a wart to appear. It doesn't grow super fast, so if you start noticing a little bump after a few weeks, that might be your wart starting to develop. And don't be surprised if it grows slowly. It can take time for the wart to show its full warty self, and sometimes they get bigger before they go away. Interestingly, warts don't usually hurt. You might notice that they're rough to the touch, or that they might have tiny black dots on them. These dots are actually little blood vessels, and they're a clue that a wart is trying to grow and spread. Not all warts look the same. There are different types of warts caused by different types of HPV. Let's take a quick look at the most common types of warts. 1. Common warts. These are the ones that show up on your hands, fingers, or elbows. They're usually small and round, and they can feel rough. Common warts are super common, no surprise there, and often show up in kids. 2. Plantar warts. These warts show up on the bottom of your feet. They can be extra annoying because they hurt when you walk or stand, especially if they get big. Plantar warts are often caused by walking barefoot in damp public areas, like locker rooms or swimming pools. 3. Flat warts. These warts are smaller and flatter than other types. They often appear in clusters and are more common on the face, arms, or legs. Flat warts are usually smooth to the touch. 4. Filiform warts. These warts look like tiny threads or tags and usually appear on the face, around the mouth, eyes, or neck. They tend to grow quickly but are usually harmless. And finally, 5. Genital warts. These warts are spread through sexual contact and usually appear in the genital area. These warts are caused by a different strain of HPV than the ones that cause warts on the hands or feet. They are usually soft and can be itchy or painful. While anyone can get warts, some people are more likely to catch them. There are a few things that can put you at a higher risk for warts. Biting your fingernails or picking at hangnails. If you have a habit of chewing on your nails or picking at your cuticles, you might be more likely to get warts. That's because you're creating tiny cuts or breaks in your skin, which makes it easier for the HPV virus to get in and cause a wart. Weak immune system. If your body's immune system isn't working as well as it should be, like if you're sick or stressed, it might have a harder time fighting off the virus that causes warts. Being around wet, damp places. As we mentioned earlier, public places like swimming pools, locker rooms, or showers are great places for HPV to spread. If you walk around barefoot in these areas, you're more likely to catch a wart. The good news about warts is that they're usually harmless and often go away on their own. But if you have a wart that's bothering you, there are plenty of ways to get rid of it. Here are some options. 1. Over-the-counter treatments. There are many over-the-counter wart treatments available, like creams or liquids that you can apply to the wart. These products usually contain salicylic acid, which slowly breaks down the wart and makes it disappear over time. You can find these treatments at your local drugstore. Just be sure to follow the instructions carefully. 2. Prescription treatments. If over-the-counter treatments don't work, a doctor can prescribe stronger medications to help get rid of the wart. Sometimes a doctor may even recommend freezing the wart off with liquid nitrogen, a process called cryotherapy. 3. Home remedies. Some people try home remedies to get rid of warts, like applying duct tape to the wart for several days. Yep, you read that right. Or using vinegar. However, these methods don't always work for everyone, so it's best to talk to an adult or a doctor before trying them. 4. Leave it alone. In many cases, warts will go away on their own. Your body's immune system can eventually fight off the virus, causing the wart to disappear. But this can take time, sometimes weeks or even months. While warts are pretty common, there are a few ways you can reduce your risk of getting them. Keep your skin clean and dry. Since warts spread more easily in damp environments, make sure to keep your skin clean and dry. If you're in a wet area like a swimming pool or locker room, wear flip-flops or other waterproof shoes to protect your feet. Don't share personal items. Avoid sharing towels, shoes, or anything that might touch someone else's wart. Warts are contagious, so it's always a good idea to keep your personal items to yourself. Stop biting your nails. If you tend to chew your nails or pick at your skin, try to break that habit. It can help keep your skin intact and prevent warts from appearing. While warts might look a little strange, they're really not something to worry about. Most warts are harmless, and with the right treatment, they usually go away in time. So if you ever get a wart, don't freak out. Just follow some simple steps to get rid of it or prevent it from showing up in the first place. And remember, warts are just a part of life. Whether you have one or not, you can be sure that your skin is just as amazing and unique as you are. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more to come.